All right, we got a new project to work on here. So this is a 1980 Fox body Mustang, 4-cylinder with a 4-speed. So this is definitely a huge project. So what are the plans? What's the rundown on it? So the plans for it are as follows. It's going to be blue. Wheels are going to get painted gold or bronze. We're going to have red interior. So just picked it up. Literally just pulled in the garage. Never owned a Ford before. Excuse me, COVID. Never owned a Ford before. So this should be pretty fun. I don't know anything about Mustangs. I don't know anything about Fox bodies. I don't know anything about anything when it comes to these things. But this is a pretty rad car. It's not going to get a manual or a V8 swap. It's going to stay 4-cylinder because I think that's pretty cool. The 4-cylinder is cool. So it's very different. Definitely 80s. It's got a ton of parts with it. Rear wing. It's got Cobra tail lights, extra Cobra tail lights. The guy gave me a full set of screws for the whole interior. Back onto the trunk, we got boxes of parts, headlight covers, all the trim, whatever that is. New fuel pump, not that it runs right now. Like I said, Cobra tail lights. We got the window louvers. So the previous owner, there was only one window louver in it. So he deleted them and put the regular windows in it. Then it's got rear louvers, and I believe that's like a Cobra front bumper. But see, the thing with this car, though, is it is super, super clean. I mean, obviously, you've got some, a little bit of rust coming up here, some little things here and there. But the body of this car is super clean. There's no dents on it. There's no dings. Like I said, it needs a good going over. Underneath, absolutely clean. Again, the strut towers where these rot out, super clean. It's really hard to find these cars with no rot on the strut towers. It's got Kone adjustable shocks with lowering springs on it. These are Koenig wheels, which I think look awesome on this car. The biggest thing I found, just from looking at it a little bit, is there was a patch put in here. So I'm going to have to clean that up. And in the bottom of the doors are a little crusty. But you know what? Doors are not that big of a deal because you can just buy new doors. That needs some WD-40. So yeah. Welcome along my Mustang journey. This thing's going to get completely stripped down. I'm going to do the paint myself and do it all myself. So hopefully Mr. Camaro doesn't get super jealous. But so the interior is pretty clean. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with red seats. Probably reupholster those because they're in pretty good shape. Red seats, red carpet, and a red headliner. So we need a headliner too. So the things that I've noticed that need to be fixed. So start with the engine here. And I would like tips if anybody has any. So we got a oil leak, or rather a power steering fluid leak. It's coming out of the seal that the steering shaft goes into on the power steering rack. So the question is, can you replace that seal without pulling the rack? I don't know. On some cars you can. Some of them are replaceable, some aren't. The other thing, so the carburetor, it does not idle right. It doesn't really run right. It's kind of got a little bit of a stumble in it. So we might pull the carb apart. It's a Weber carb. Also, it's got an EGR delete, and most of the vacuum caps are capped off. I don't really know anything about the vacuum caps on these, how they're supposed to be. So if anybody's got any tips or pointers on that, that would be awesome as well. Next thing is the oil breather. That leaks really bad, so we're going to do that. We're going to do valve cover gasket. Well, let's see what we got here. So we got Valve cover gaskets, the rack seal. We got to get an air intake for it because it's just got this crappy, junky one on it. So I'm going to get a real air intake. Oil cap and breather. We're going to do differential fluid, so we're going to get a cover, seal, and fluid. The rear shock bushings are missing entirely, and the previous owner or somebody had put brand new shocks and springs on it, which is really nice, except then they proceeded to cut the springs. So I hate cut springs. Not only do they ride like crap, they also do this to your tire. You can see how it's all chewed up. These tires are like brand new. It's all chewed up. It's been rubbing up in there, so that's a little bit annoying. Also, the doors are all kind of rusted out, so that's got to be fixed. And at least, these are the major things here. What else we got over here? The other thing, the blinkers and the taillights do not work. The rag joint in the steering is shot. The rear shocks need to be done. The tie rods need to be replaced. The front and rear bumpers need to be held up or repaired or something. They're both kind of like hanging down and saggy. I'm pretty sure the rear bumper is missing its metal support, so we got to switch that out. And yeah, then the louvers are going to go back on it. Got all these interior parts all lined up, all the trim, the rear sail panels. So yeah, that's where we're at. We're going to get some parts ordered in, and we'll keep doing updates. Like, comment, subscribe. If you guys got any pointers in these Fox bodies, let me know. It's staying 4-cylinder, and it's staying with a 4-speed. So we're not going to V8 swap. I have a V8 car if I want something fast. So this is going to be just kind of a fun little driver. So like I said, if you got any pointers, it is a 2.3 Lima carbed engine. I'm open to any ideas. We'll talk to you guys soon, except putting a V8 in it. We're not putting a V8 in it. Talking to you soon. Comment, subscribe, like, all that stuff. Goodbye.